Welcome back, everybody, to the Nosebleeds podcast. I am Chris Witt, and with me, as always, without a microphone or headphones, is Mr. Adam Schmidt. Adam, how are you today, sir?
What are you talking about? I've been ready.
Stay ready. You don't have to get ready. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready, right?
Thanks for dragging thanks for stretching that beginning out.
Adam, this is a big podcast. If not for the fact that we get to talk about some NBA and we get to talk about some Christmas stuff, but mostly for the fact that you made cakes in the microwave in mugs, Reese's, to start this thing out today.
That's right. This is the Reese's mug cake.
Yes, this is the
Reese's
mug
mug
cake.
cake.
It's got looks like it's got some peanut butter chocolate chips or not chocolate chips, some peanut butter chips down inside there. Looking good. I'll show here. It's down here inside the mug. There's the mug. It's got a nice Reese's mug that came with it. I like that.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of this thing.
That's
You come away with a
100% the
Reese's
best part.
coffee mug.
Yeah, that's absolutely the best part of this thing.
The only thing is they suggest or recommend that you could have this with a little ice cream, a little scoop of ice cream.
I think they
didn't have
say
the ice
so. The
cream.
ice cream makes sense though because it's like a hot lava cake thing with ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this thing was about to explode in the microwave. And by the way, the 45 seconds, maybe my microwave's not on high,
I don't know.
but definitely wasn't enough time. It looked like batter still. Adam,
A little nervous about this.
you have taken your first bite. This is another home cooked thing by Adam. Well done, by the way.
Thanks.
So, first bites, bud. What's your first impressions?
So I didn't have any peanut butter chips in my first bite. So I feel like I need a second bite to really get a feel for this. But the first bite was pretty darn good. The chocolate cake, even though it's microwaved,
Mm-hmm.
not
moist.
bad.
It's moist.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
All right. Let me get some. Oh, I had some peanut butter in there, but I'm not really tasting the peanut butter chips a whole lot.
There's a lot of peanut butter chips in this bite and the last bite I took, and not a ton of peanut butter flavoring though.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah.
It tastes microwave quality, I think.
Yeah.
But
I feel like a scoop of ice cream or some icing would top this thing off.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna go with an 8 on the cake. I'm gonna say if you put ice cream with this, I'm at a 9.7.
Whoa, wee. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well done, by the way.
I think yeah, it's not bad. You were at an 8 what?
3.
8.3. I'm gonna go 8.9.
There you go. Both under 9s.
Mhm.
It's not your typical Reese's deal. Now remember, this is we're rating this thing. I mean, our normal numbers are like a 9.4 is low.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's pretty good though.
So Adam, we had a little deal just got done with. We had our family what's it called, Adam?
Christmas party.
Family Christmas party.
Uh-huh. Good time.
Great time.
Great venue.
Oh man.
Venue was outstanding.
Amazing. We had all of a big shout out to Mike and Ashley Metz. Letting us use Metzcore there. If you don't know what Metzcore is, Metzcore. I think there's an E at the end. No E. Check it out. They are it's a phenomenal organization. They help out a ton of people with special needs, and it's very close to our family because of for me especially. I have a sister-in-law that went there and my uncle that had gone there, and they definitely spoil us with what they do for us. They made a really cool little memorial thing in that with my uncle, bunch of pictures of my uncle, and they actually are hanging it up. They're going to hang that thing up right in the hallway when you walk in.
That's so cool.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
So that's what I understand. So pretty cool. Love that. It was really good. So here's my question for you. A lot of people have Christmas coming up. It's Christmas time. There's lots of adults, people, they get away from like buying each other gifts. It's more you see like gift exchanges, right?
Mhm.
Where you just kind of get everybody brings something. You don't know who you're buying it for, so you don't know who's going to like it. You don't know how it's going to go.
White elephant style.
White elephant. There you go. We do. We use the males do what used to be a tool exchange. Now it's basically just an exchange for men. Um, Women do. It used to be jewelry, and then it became accessories. And I think my wife got a snowman that lights up.
Okay.
So it can be just about anything for the women too. Adam, at what point in time? I don't know how do we do this? We've got to figure out how to boost this thing up.
Boost the white elephant
Yeah,
gift exchange.
it's a big deal when we do this. There's a lot of stealing involved.
Mhm.
Lately, the last couple years, I mean, this year there was some stealing at the end, but I think it was really just to keep the game going.
Fastest one we've ever done.
By far the fastest one we've ever done. But also in other situations, in other places that I've done these, the stealing is come way down on this.
Why do you think that is? Is it a people now don't want to hurt anybody's feelings? Is it a or is it just like, all right, we're just doing this for let's just do the charade and get this thing over with?
I think it's more of something like the charade deal, or when you open it, most people are like, well, I've already got one of those. I don't need one of those. I don't want one of those. I'll open a gift. Next guy, I've got all that. I don't need any of that. I don't want any of that. Open a gift. Next thing you know, there's 4 people left, 3 people out of 20, and nobody's taking anything from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the age we live in where people with Amazon right at your fingertips all the time, that you pretty much just get what you want, and things like are pretty easy? There's not a lot of stuff. Where are we at in this world that I can't go to a white elephant and have the most fun because everybody's stealing and people are hooting and hollering and having a good time?
You might be right about that. You know, everybody, especially in our family, like we're all getting older, so we all have, we're most of us are pretty established in our jobs and stuff like that. If we need stuff, we're just gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I don't know, but you do have, a lot of times somebody will open something up and it'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, that's not bad. But I don't necessarily want it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once in a while somebody will open something unbelievable that everybody wants, driveway reflectors, something like that. But but like not, most of the time it's like, okay, that's fine, or that's cool, or that's I don't care about that at all. I think you're right. I mean, part of it is everybody always has a limit
There's
for
a
the
limit.
price,
Sure.
right?
Yep.
So there's only so much you can get with
Mhm.
a $25 limit or whatever.
And if you think about that too, like this limit was $20, 20 or $25 or whatever, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
And it's still that amount. So like they were probably getting like power tools and like,
Yeah.
impact drivers and like really nice, cool stuff.
We did.
And
Shop
now
vac.
shop vacs, yes. And now it's like, I've got a snow scraper. You know what I mean? I mean, flashlights have become the big thing.
It's
Over
telescopic.
the last 2 years. There have been 5 lights.
Lights are big, especially for the older folks. Lights are big. No, I love a light too.
So what do we do?
What do we
got to do to get this thing going again? Get people involved. Want everybody wanting to go after everybody. What is your suggestion on how to do it? What's the best way to do a white elephant?
I don't have a cure all, I think, but I think you might be on. Maybe if we do some small adjustments, like maybe increasing just a little bit. It doesn't have. It's not a $100 thing or anything like that, but maybe increase the top end of the ceiling of the limit. And I don't know. It doesn't. Maybe talk about make sure everybody knows it doesn't have to be a tool anymore necessarily. I think people know that. Somebody got a Reds lamp. That was pretty cool. But
there was a stool, a seat,
a seat,
a
a
stool.
stool. Yeah, like a yeah, portable stool.
plastic stool.
Yeah.
There was a plastic stool.
I opened it and then somebody stole it. Yeah. I don't know. I think you
Let me
just
ask you a
make some
question.
small
Did you
adjustments.
get your own gift?
I did.
I tried
did.
to get my own gift.
It-
I go into this now every year.
Yeah.
I buy something that I want.
That's what I've been doing
I
too.
used to buy something that my uncles wanted,
Mhm.
and I'd be like, if they steal this a million times, I'm gonna be the happiest person in the
Yeah,
world.
you feel good like you did something good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now I just wait and find out if I just look for what I want, and then I just go. And I went away from that this year.
Mm.
I was number one. I picked first.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or no, I
That's
didn't.
right.
I
Did
picked
you?
I picked third or fourth. Either way, I picked early enough to where I didn't want anything else that everybody opened.
Yeah.
And and then
I was one of the last people, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was, and I opened something new. I didn't steal anything. There
Yep.
were a few things that were like, all right, yeah, that's cool, but like,
I
see
just
what else
think
is
in
new.
general, the way we are nowadays, I do white elephants for like 4 different family functions.
Mhm.
And they all kind of end up being kind of the same.
Yeah.
We've tried to put different things on it. Like one time we did you have to go to Target and go to aisle 18. And you got to buy something out of Target aisle 18.
I kind of like that.
Like everybody had a different aisle. So like you picked out your aisle from Target and I was like, all right, you got $25 to go to Target and you got to go to aisle 18 and buy something out of that.
That's a good idea.
So we've done different things like I've done, and it all kind of ends up the same though. It always ends up the same. It's like, oh, yeah, I don't want a pack of sheets. No, I don't want, hangers. I don't know what I want. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I just have everything I want. People ask me all this. That's the question. This whole last couple weeks, month. What do you want for Christmas? I don't want anything. I literally don't need anything for Christmas. I would be more happy if you spent money somewhere else than buy me something. I'm gonna love whatever you get me. Trust me. I'm gonna love whatever you get me. The fact that you even thought to get me something is amazing. I don't care what it is. It can be, in fact, most of the time, the stuff that I like the most are the little silly, dollar stocking presents that I end up with, like a new loofah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy myself a loofah. The loofah I have upstairs is from a year ago at Christmas, and it's like falling apart, all falling apart. So that's just how I can't. I don't have anything that I want for Christmas. I've got everything that I need or want.
I haven't given anybody a straight answer when they ask me what, because I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? Think this is what I want. I want if you're going to get me something, I want you to say, what would Chris like? And I want you to think of what I would like. Because guess what? Now it means something. You thought about me. You saw something that you were like, that reminds me of Chris.
Yeah.
Or if you go to the store and you're just like, I got to get Chris something. Let's just get him this. I don't want you to do that. Don't do that because you feel like you have to.
No, I think most of the time it's because, I don't know what to get anybody because they do mostly have whatever they need. And then I might think of something to get them in April. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get that now.
I need to get a note on my phone or something that just says Christmas stuff and start, because that happens to me all the time.
I know people that do that, and that works great, I think. But I don't think to do like I think, oh, Chris would like that, or that reminds me of him. But I'm like, it's July.
Right.
I'm not gonna get that now. But it's so this year, my siblings and I decided to not get each other anything,
I love that.
and we're gonna try to plan a nice dinner somewhere without the kids.
There you go. That's cool. And you guys get to go together and be together. And I love that.
Yeah.
Last year, my mom asked for her birthday. There's this a few months ago. She didn't want anything for her birthday. She's like, I want to have lunch, or a nice lunch or a dinner with each and every one of you individually. So like me, my wife, my sister, her husband, just individually, just go out. That's what she wanted. That's pretty cool. Guess how many times we've done it?
Zero.
No, zero. Zero. But I like that idea. I'm in for that. You know what I mean? Like that's what at this age and with the way the world is now, I've got Amazon on my fingertips, man.
Mhm.
I can be anywhere and just boom, I want that. Boom, now I get it. It used to be you said, oh, I would really like that. You got to make time to go to the store and find it in the store and do this, do that. Now, boom, boom, boom. It's at my house in a day and I'm happy.
That's right. That's 100% right. Yep. Uh, it, Buying things for somebody is, it feels better. I think we always say this every year. It's it feels better to give a gift and somebody like it than to receive one, right?
100%. Yeah.
But it's also a lot of fun to receive it, and that's great. Somebody thought about you, but it's not. It's just it's more stress than you need.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
a lot of
just to
stress. Yeah,
buy.
I feel bad. My wife does all the Christmas stuff. She does it all. She's amazing. I don't do anything except for like the tool exchange gift and maybe one or two others. She does everything else, right? Like the other night, all the kids went and bought something for every single person in our family. So she helped them wrap 57 presents from themselves.
Wow.
That's for, all immediate cousins, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, like everybody there. There's a lot of them. That's not even including our Christmas. That's not our Christmas presents. That's just the stuff the kids got from the dollar store.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? So anyway, besides the point, there's so much stress on uh how many presents, how much did you spend? We've got to get this guy something. Now I got to get him something. I got to get him. I I don't want anyone to stress over me.
Yeah. Same.
I will sit at Christmas in the back and just smile as I watch everybody.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
need anything.
Yeah.
And if you get me something, 100%, I don't care if it's a bottle of water. I'm gonna go, oh my God, this is my favorite water.
Yeah.
I want somebody to feel that feeling that's the whole point, right?
Yeah. If it's Ice Mountain, I'm going to tell you to screw off.
No, I know what you do. You be like, oh, bottle of water, you know me so well. And then it'll sit in your car or in the trunk until somebody else gets in there that wants a water, and you're like, hey, I got a bottle of water.
That's right. That's right. Yes, it's yeah. Don't if you're watching this, and there's a few days left before Christmas, don't go nuts about it. It's
Yeah,
gonna be okay.
it's
Spend
gonna
time
be
with your
fun.
family.
Just
Pick
enjoy
something
that.
up. Go to the dollar store. It's a good idea. Go to the dollar store and find something that reminds you of that person.
I walked up to my kids and I said, "What do you want to get?" I didn't do much for my mom or dad at all this year because I don't know what to ever to get them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like, well, let's just get them this. No, not let's just get them this. Or it's like, we're gonna have to spend $400 to get them something that no, I won't do that either.
Right.
So
And they don't want you to do that.
I told every one of my kids, I said, find something. I said, what if you could get grandma anything, what would you get her? And when you talk to a 7 and a 10, set 2 7-year-olds and a 10-year-old, they come up with some cool stuff. But you know what? They thought of it. It was something that meant something to them for grandma. And that's the kind of presents that'll mean the most to them.
I need the creativity of a kid again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it anymore.
I know. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. Anyway, so are you guys all set with your Christmas shopping?
Yeah, I think Christmas is done. I think we got everything done. Erin's almost got it. I think she might have everything wrapped too. I have no
Wow.
idea. Like I said, I do nothing. She's amazing. I don't do any of it. It's stressful for her, but not stressful for me. So,
All right. Well, you're out there working for the money to get them, so you did your part. Um, the what was I just gonna say? I have a few more things. I'll get something, especially for the nieces and nephews. I'll get them something, and I'll be like, "That's not enough. I gotta get
yeah,
them one more
it's
thing."
hard, especially when you're an old you're
I'm an
the
only
uncle
uncle.
and no kids, and
I
you
want to spoil them.
yeah
Yeah. Yeah, I want them to be excited about what I get. So the challenge, by the way, with that this year is my brother's kids. They have a zillion toys. They have
Mm-hmm.
every toy on the planet. He's like, don't put another toy in my house. So not only do I have to find something for him, but I'm not supposed to really get another thing. He's been saying for years, like, nothing big, at least
Mhm.
nothing big.
Yeah.
This year, he's like, don't get him toys.
Yeah.
No more toys.
No more.
It's hard because they're still young enough. They're
Yeah,
gonna.
that's what they want.
Some toys. Yeah.
You know the crazy thing? I've got a base. We're in my basement right now in this separate room. The other room is nothing but toys. And it's like what the kids don't even play with it most of the time. They don't even play with those toys anymore. Aaron will come down and like start getting stuff out to give to like Goodwill or to what's the guy, the Vietnam vets or whatever that come. And as soon as she takes something out of the closet, next thing she's what I just got what out? It's upstairs. They're playing with it.
Yeah.
Because they saw it.
Yeah.
Well, go get your butts down and start playing with the stuff, and I won't. And
They got too many toys to play with.
Too many. Yes,
They don't
it's
even
too
know
many.
the
They have
ones
no
that are
idea
out
what they even have. They have no idea what they even have.
Yeah.
I'm with them. Like it's too much. I had a toy box. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
It was a football.
Yes, we
I had a
had
football
that.
toy box.
We had that too.
And if it fit inside the toy box, that was what I had. You know what I mean? If it didn't fit in there, I had army men, I had wrestlers, I had all kinds. They were all in there.
Starting lineups, yeah.
If it didn't fit inside there, I didn't have it. My room was as big as this podcast room that we do this in.
A little basketball for whatever hoop you got up.
Yep. Exactly. That was it.
Yeah.
That's what you had, man.
That's right. So anyway, I have that challenge, but I did get all of my nieces and nephews the Reds Heads Kids Club membership. So that's one of the things that I
That's
got all
cool.
of them. So
Yeah.
that's not a toy, but they still get to open something.
Yep.
They get the jersey and all that. They won't be as excited as like a, life-size Mario or something like
Absolutely,
that, which
sure.
in the past was something I would get them. But
Yep.
I'm trying to abide by those rules and still trying to get them something they're going to be actually be excited about.
Before we had kids, my brother-in-law had two. And my goal every year was to get something loud and annoying, either big, loud, and annoying. I got my niece a drum set. I mean, not like a big, giant, full size, like a kid's. I mean, she was like 5 years old. It was like a kid-sized drum set, little drum set. I've got karaoke machines. I've got keyboards. I've got anything that can be loud. I've got for those two. And
I wouldn't invite you to my Christmas anyway.
I used to get kicked. I used to always Play-Doh. Oh, always Play-Doh. Anything that could make a big mess, be loud. I loved it. I thought it was so great. I thought it was so fun. And now it's like, please don't get my kids a drum set. I will kill you if you get my kid a drum set. He always said he'd get me back. He never really did, though. Never really did.
Good on him.
Yep, good on him. All right. So Christmas coming. So you feel good about Christmas then?
Sure.
You done with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still have, some things to get, but
so you're not done. So when I said, are you done with it?
I wasn't sure if you meant done talking about it for this.
Oh, because you're done with that.
No, I didn't. No, I kind of thought you were trying to move on.
Oh.
I do have a few more things. I'm off on Friday. I think that's going to be my big day to try to bust it all out.
So you're gonna have to go shopping somewhere. You're like the Amazon dude. You ain't gonna be able to get it in time if you go to Amazon.
Right. This year I didn't. In past years, I mean, I always wait too late. But in past years, I got some Amazon stuff, and I have gotten some stuff that did not get here in time for Christmas. So I'm like, here, this is coming. I'll bring it to you in 3 days or whatever when it gets here. But yeah, I think I'm going. I think I'm also getting around the toy thing by. I think I'm just gonna get them some money. I'm gonna give them a crisp $20 bill or something because to them that's $200.
Do they? So are they big? Like they understand what that is? Like for my kids, they like money. Yeah, they save all their money and they put it in a piggy bank or whatever. But they don't. I don't think they understand the value of money.
They don't necessarily, but they still get excited about getting money.
Sure, I get that. Yeah.
They know it's something of value, but they don't know that, they see a toy at the toy store and they, oh, I want it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I'm not going to, you can buy with your own money. Okay, I'll buy it with how much do you have? And you count it all up and it's $13.75. That's $85.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and then they're upset because they don't understand. Here's my money.
Right.
But so in that way, yes, maybe they're not quite there yet. But
I need to do a better job with that with my kids.
Explaining the value of money,
like it really making them like they've got enough of everything.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, start doing yourself. Like my son, he was like, last year, he wanted some video game. It was like WWE wrestling or something.
Yeah, baby.
And I was like, bud, it's $70. And it's just a download on Xbox. You don't even get a CD. I was like, it's $70, man. And he's like, I have $70. And I was like, you do? He goes in, opens his little thing, pulls out a few 20s and a 10. Dude's got some cash in there, I guess.
Hey.
And he's like, here, Dad. And I'm like, okay. And I took the money and I put it off to the side, put it in a separate place. And I got it for him. He's played it maybe 5 times in a year. Maybe 5 times. I still have that money off to the side. And at some point I wanted to come back and revert back to it. But he doesn't understand. He doesn't buy anything else. So he doesn't understand, oh, now I don't have any money. You know what I mean? Like I'm not actually going to take that money. I'm going to keep it for him and give it back to him with something. But Or maybe I do. Maybe I should just keep it.
At some point,
He's gonna have to learn
that'll be part of the
sometime,
lesson, yeah.
right? He's got to learn. He's 10 years old. He's in 5th grade. He's in 5th grade. I feel like when I was in 5th grade, I was like 12.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
Like when I say he's 10 years old, I feel like, good God, he's 10 years old. Shouldn't be 5th grade.
Is he young for his grade?
Very young.
Yeah,
Extremely
I thought
young.
so. Yeah.
Very young.
So then, yeah, I mean,
And I was old. I was like one of the oldest kids in my class.
That's
so
right. Yeah. So maybe you were 12 at the end of 5th grade, or well, it would have been.
No.
You're at the beginning of the school year.
Yeah.
Kind of.
At very beginning of the school year. So I would be 11. I would have been 11.
Yeah. Well,
still. Anyway,
close. Yeah.
Besides the point. All right, Christmas. Do you have anything else you want to talk about Christmas?
Doogie Howser there, young 10-year-old in 5th grade, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like
Christmas?
the 13-year-old doctor. Exactly.
Yeah.
Very similar.
No, I think I'm good Christmas wise.
All right.
If that, we might come up with something before we're done here.
What do we want to get into next, Adam?
Oh, do you want to go? Oh, you just thought of something.
We're gonna go talk about John Morant.
Let's talk about John Morant.
Let's talk about John Morant.
Merry Christmas, John Morant. You get to come back after your 25-game suspension for a couple of incidents, flashing guns on Instagram. And so he's back.
He's back.
His first game last night, I was talking to you earlier. I told you I was watching that game for a little bit. They played the Pelicans, and they were down. Pelicans were up at least 20 when I was watching. I think I watched like the second quarter. And so they were up by a bunch. Went to halftime, I think, and I changed the channel, never went back to it. And then I found out this morning that Memphis won by 2. They came all the way back, won it. Ja made the winning shot.
34 points.
34 points.
Yeah.
And made the game-winning shot. I think I may have seen it at the gym from a distance on a TV. Did he do like a spin move in the lane and finish? Like, was it right at the buzzer?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was very impressive. Great move to get all the way to the basket, finish in traffic, to win the game. And apparently he made some comments after the game that.
Did you hear it?
I have not. I have not heard those comments yet.
Okay. So
you're gonna.
This is pretty much right off the bat.
You're gonna play it for me.
Here we go. All right. Let's see. Because last time I tried to hook this up to the switchboard, it didn't work inside. So I'm gonna play this into the microphone. We'll see how this works.
All right.
John, obviously it's your first game back and started out on the road.
Courtesy of
two-part question. One, at the beginning,
somebody that did it.
Were you kind of surprised that there was a lot of booze in the crowd? And then two, the finish, just what was just describe, how you feel after that display.
Yeah. To your first part with being surprised, I don't know. It's a lot of people that don't like me, so see what I got them. But it was just, I feel like the surprising part was, I got called in the starting lineup. It was loud cheers, and then when the game started, it went to boos. I don't know the reason. I don't know what I did to the Pelicans or their fans, but hey, they got to root for their team, so it's all good. What was the second question again?
The beginning, just how do you
y'all been around long enough. Y'all know what time it is when that comes.
So that's not exactly the part of what I was going at. I think this might be more. He talks. First off, let's talk about that first question. Let's talk about the first question. He doesn't know why anybody doesn't like him. He doesn't know why they're booing him. I mean, you're at a different place. You've had a 20-game suspension or whatever.
Yeah.
You're flashing gun on. Yeah, they're going to boo him. Tell me if I'm wrong. Just got done with all that. Don't you feel like you need somebody during that whole time? Somebody should have been like, "Hey, we need to start getting the right answers right. Get some PR people in there to help you a little bit better." You'd think with all this stuff going on, you would come out and you would do the listen. I learned my lesson. I did a lot of things. That makes sense. I'm just here to try to make sure everybody. I'm just trying to change how my life. I want to try to change all that, and I want everybody to like me. So I get it, but I'm here to change the way they think about me.
Yeah, I didn't have really a problem with anything he said, but
not either. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm listening to this on the side. So
but he, yeah,
that's not.
I also think John Morant's never come across as like the the guy that would have those words. That would have to come from somebody else, I think. Um, so it's not, it doesn't surprise me if he's not real articulate, maybe. Um, but yeah, I mean, that was my first. I was first going to ask, were they in Memphis or were they
I
in
wish
New
I would have.
Orleans?
I wish I would have done better. No, they're in New Orleans,
Yeah,
and
so then
I wish I
understand.
would have done better and remembered that I wanted to do this and found the exact quote. But at one point in time, they talked to him, and he says, he's talking basically about the media and everybody. He says, "I keep receipts. I keep receipts. I know what's going on. I heard what everybody had to say about me. I keep receipts." Well, what? Where did somebody say something like everybody thinks you're an amazing basketball player?
Mhm.
They want you to be here.
Yeah, and they also think you
But-
did some really
Yo, there
dumb
were
stuff.
yeah, said they and most of the people that were talking about you, when they were talking, they were saying this guy needs to get better people around him. He's got such a bright future. He's got to get his head on straight to help himself out.
Yeah,
You got suspended for 25 games, bro. That's exactly what happened.
yeah. If
I
he's,
keep receipts. By the way, probably that's coming up to be my least favorite thing that people say.
yeah, that's a big one now.
The I keep receipts.
That is a big
I
one now.
keep receipts. I've got receipts. I've got receipts or whatever all that malarkey is. I can't stand that.
Yeah,
That is this like you keep receipts. All right, Costanza,
Yeah.
empty them out of your wallet, bro. We
Right.
don't care about your receipts.
yeah,
I don't care about your receipts.
yeah. They, I don't understand what he's upset with people for saying that he, I don't know, did something wrong. If he knows about something that I didn't hear that he feels was unfair or
But
something.
he didn't. They asked him to elaborate on it. He said, "I keep receipts." They said, "What do you mean by that?" And he goes, "Y'all know what I'm talking about. You've heard. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying."
People that use
Okay,
that kind of
Well,
language.
if you're going to say that,
They-
then explain it to me.
they
What-
don't have they're usually not equipped to expand on anything like that. They're gonna hear, they kind of know what a catchphrase, a popular phrase means, and they're
I
just
heard
gonna
what-
use that all the time.
Yeah.
And there's no real words
Yeah,
that make sense.
Like elaborate, keep receipts. I heard what people. I know what everybody had to say about me. I keep receipts. I know what everybody had to say about me. I keep receipts. Everybody had to say. In fact, if you really listen to what they all said, they think that you've got such an amazing potential to make so much money and be such a inspiring person to so many kids and other people. I mean, like the John Morant story from where he came from and everything, and the way he was found, the way he wasn't even highly recruited by anybody, and then he goes to a tournament, whatever AAU thing, and just blows up overnight. And where did he end up going? I can't remember. Where did he?
Morehead State.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Mhm.
It's like it's
Yeah, I don't.
that's what frustrates me. You just had 25 games. Right before that, you got suspended, came back, immediately got suspended again for the exact same thing. 25 games, and you were supposed to go through all of this stuff that you had to do before you come back.
Yeah, honestly, this is kind of the thing, kind of a similar thing that they're doing with Draymond Green. I feel like
It's exactly.
they're
It's exactly
they're the
right.
things that you need to get away from basketball for a little bit and get your life, get your head on straight.
Yeah.
And
When you go to
I
work,
don't-
stop beating people up.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And so I don't want to hear when he has like this, it kind of seemed like he was alluding to that a little bit. When he has a great game or he hits a game-winning shot or they win a playoff series or something, I don't want to hear, and I shouldn't speculate, and I'm not going to try to put words in his mouth, but I don't want to hear him bring those receipts out. See, where's everybody that was doubting me? Where's everybody that was talking about me when I got suspended? Where are they at now? What are they saying about me now? You know, no, that's not, no, don't act like they did you wrong and you're proving people wrong. That's not what that is at all.
Right.
So that's something I already feel like I'm going to hear, and I don't want to hear that. That's going to make me really dislike him. I'm not going to root for him if he does stuff.
I
like
was
that.
listening to Dan Patrick today when I heard that.
Mhm.
And that was the first thing everybody was like, well, I was the one in the Seton O'Connor on there was like, I kind of heard him last night and they played it like 4 times back to back to back. And he's like, now I'm just kind of really annoyed. I'm really kind of annoyed right now.
Mhm.
That's tough, man. he's not doing himself any favors. The whole point of this whole thing was to try to help see. And I guess at some point in time, you can only do so much. I'm not saying that this dude's a lost cause by any means.
No.
John Morant is a fantastic basketball player.
Yeah.
He is explosive. Like the watching him jump off 2 feet and as fast as he gets up in the air is insane. Explosive is not even a word to describe it.
Mhm.
I just hope that he's able to play a very long career and these things don't end up biting him in the butt more and more and more and more. And don't be, you did this. You're the one that did this. You got suspended for waving a gun on Instagram and then did it again within a month. You did this to yourself. These people did. There ain't no receipts. They didn't do it to you. They're not the ones that got you in trouble or whatever. You did this to yourself. There's all I have not heard. I'm not hearing the apologeticness, the that was
The
a dumb thing,
accountability,
the
the
accountability. That's it.
responsibility.
I'm not hearing that. I'm sure he said it. I know he said it right off the bat. He said it actually the very first time. Adam Silver even came out and was talking about it, about how he took accountability for it, and then he turned around and did it right back again. So then now I can't trust you.
His credibility goes out the window anytime he apologizes. Whatever happened before, his credibility went out the window when he apologized for it the first time because he was made to apologize for it, and then he did it again right away.
Yeah.
You knew, okay, this guy, he doesn't care about that. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. He's going to make really bad choices off the court, and he did. And if he comes back and starts talking about this already, like he's
Like
you know,
people were talking crap about him the
Yeah.
whole time he was gone.
like he's
You
a
did
victim
something
here.
stupid, man. You did something stupid. You got an unprecedented suspension. You're gonna be you're in it. Your job is covered by multiple media outlets.
Yeah.
What you do for a living. It's going to be out there when you get an unprecedented suspension for something you did. That's on you, bro, not on anybody else. That's on you. They did their job and reported on it. That's what the media did. Their job is to report on it. Your job is to play a game. Their job is to report on that. That irritates me. I feel like I don't want to beat a dead horse too long with this. I do want to say this though. They made that the TNT game yesterday, right? That was the I guess was that the early game,
Early
right?
game,
Yeah. And was John Morant the second pick or third pick in the draft? Was he second?
I think he was second.
You know who was number 1 in that draft?
Uh,
The New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson.
oh, Zion.
And you want to talk about, they bring this back. They bring this game in. They bring it in, but this is the game he comes back on. They obviously are going to put that on TNT, and it's against the guy who was picked above him. Zion Williamson couldn't have looked more pedestrian in this game. Did you watch any of it?
I saw maybe a quarter, probably less than a quarter.
That's what I saw, less than a quarter too. I probably saw a little bit of the third quarter and then highlights. But Zion Williamson had like 13 points, I think. And I think 2 or 3 rebounds, like not much. Like he didn't do much of anything, maybe 4 rebounds, but he did like nothing. And John Morant comes out like he's never missed a beat, 34, game-winning shot, down by 24 at some point in time, brings the team back. There's, like
he's a guy that you want, that seems easy to root for on the court. But when you listen to him talk and you see him behave outside of basketball, you don't want to root for. I don't want to root for him. I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I feel like when I was a kid, I would either not pay attention to or either not hear it, not pay attention to it, or not care about it because he looked cool playing basketball.
Yeah.
Now that I'm an adult and I understand there's way more to life than being a basketball player.
Yeah.
It's now I want to root for the guys that are great basketball players and
good
pretty
people.
good guys. Yeah.
Good people.
Right. So anyway, yes, I give him another chance. We'll see how obviously if he's first game back, if he's that good, he's going to be right back to his all-star all-star ceiling, and then that's fine and great. And he's going to get interviewed a lot.
Yes, he is.
So he's going to have a lot of opportunities to mess up the way he handles the media or to improve it.
He said something also in this story. He said something to the effect of, I plan on talking to Commissioner Silver quite a bit more and really expanding on our relationship. Is that what your plan is, or is that what you have to do?
You're
in
waiting.
order to
You're waiting for
get-
him to call you. Right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, how's this working, bud? That might not be what I would have wanted to say. Like, I don't think you want to talk to Adam Silver anymore. That should probably be the goal, is to not have to talk to him anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Because every time you're in his office, bub, it's something bad's going down.
That's right.
Anyway.
All right. Get better, Ja. Let's go. We talked about maybe moving up comedy a little bit.
You want to
today.
do it?
Let's do it. Let's
Let's
go to
move up
Jared
comedy.
Freed.
Jared Freed. We're going to bring comedy from the very last segment to, I don't know, I guess the second last segment.
Yeah, sure.
So, Adam, the first 40 minutes of this is all about him being a single guy and people that aren't single and the way they communicate with him and how he takes what they have to say and all kinds of stuff like this. And dating on websites and all this other stuff. And it starts with exactly what we've been talking about for the last, I don't know, 4 years.
Yeah.
Literally, like episode 5 was one of my favorite ones. We started doing swipe left, swipe right after that episode because we were talking about how you could not stand people talking about being fur moms or having fur babies, and you went on the biggest rant in the world. It was awesome 4 or 5 years ago. And this guy comes out and immediately starts talking about how he will swipe left because of your name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I couldn't get it more. I'm so on the same page with this guy.
As this started going, outside of the like bringing tequila to the movie theater and things like that, this guy couldn't be more Adam Schmidt than maybe Adam Schmidt.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, he said so much about those apps that are like was so dead on. I experience it all the time.
And he's 38, so he's right around our age. So he's an older millennial with well, I don't know, he's an older guy on these apps.
Yeah.
And so so he has to deal with it. Adam, I need to know, bud. Did you, as you were listening to this, did you laugh at all, or did you go, no, it's right? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah.
I got to tell you, I did that. It's right. That's exactly right. But I laughed throughout this entire thing.
100%, dude. This dude,
start to finish, I laughed.
I could use his voice to be a little different. There's something weird about his voice. I don't know if it's like a New York thing or this, like if he's got some kind of little weird accent, but there was something about his voice that was
it was
different.
He was pretty high energy.
Yeah.
And his voice was I don't know, maybe there was like a little hint of femininity and also a little hint of like maybe he's Jewish, so maybe there's a little like, there's like a little bit of an accent.
New York
and
Jewish.
New York, yeah. So yeah, maybe it came from a bunch of different places, but yeah, I know. I'm with you, but 37 and single is what it's called.
Yes.
So it's all about that. And it's, I mean, oh gosh, the little things that make him so angry when he pulls up. Lady starts her every day reading a book, drinking a coffee, and going
Taking
for
a
a
walk.
walk. And he had something for each one of those things. Why it makes him so mad that that's what she does.
Said this woman just is living her best life and gets up and just wanted to find because he was talking about oat milk or something.
He said,
wanted to find the dairy replacement.
Your book about a kidnapped woman or something
Yeah.
like that. Your coffee with oat milk and your I forget what he said about the walk, but man, yeah, that was really funny. One thing that you're from Washington. There's no R.
There's no
Get your R out of my house. Man. Yeah, and then, so a whole bunch of stuff about the apps and what makes him mad and what connecting with different people for different ages and things like that. And then he talked about another thing I related to, a breakup. He's so bad at breaking up. Take him at least a month.
That was probably the thing where I was like, that's the most Adam Schmidt thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Adam Schmidt will break up with someone for a year.
Yeah. And but his thing was like, because like it's always he can never do it at the right time. She's always upset about when he does it. It's
My
3 weeks after my half birthday.
Yeah, that was good. My grandma died a year and a half ago today.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Seriously gonna do this right now?
Those were really funny. I mean, this guy had me laughing.
It was really
whole
good, dude.
time.
It was really good. It was
And-
really good.
Yeah.
What the gender reveal stuff, like he goes and he's very good. He keeps coming back and then he goes into this big old long hilarious thing and then he gets right back to it and it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah. I was a big fan of the special. And I remember when this came out, he did the whole podcast tour, all the podcasts I listened to and stuff. He was on them and I'm like, I don't really know who this guy is, you know.
Yep.
And I listened to a little bit here and there, but I'm like, okay, he's fine or whatever. But I'd never watched the special. And it was pretty popular for a week or two. And then you said, let's try Jared Freed. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do it. And I'm so glad you
This
picked
is
this
one of the ones, man, where we catch somebody brand new and it ends up being phenomenal.
Yes. Yes. Chris, I gave this a 4.3.
Nice. Man, I'm starting to think I should have went a little higher. I went 4.1, but I feel like I could have went higher.
Right there.
It's definitely above a 4. I mean, this is a absolute, like you get to that 4 range and it's like, boom, you hit it, right? That's gold for us. You get to that 4 range, that's gold.
That's
like
high
you
level.
killed it. Yes, you killed it.
Yeah.
Now you get up into that. I mean, 4.3. Like part of me was starting to switch it to as high as like a 4.4, 4.5s kind of a thing. Like it was really good, but I think I toned it back because I think as you were talking about, I started wanting to go higher, but I'm good with what I gave it. 4.1, I feel good with.
Maybe if this was a guy that we knew ahead of time and loved ahead of time and it was this good, we might go 4.5, 4.6,
Yeah.
4.4.
Because he was able to continue that.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. If you get the chance to watch it, if you want to know how Adam Schmidt thinks, watch this. I mean, to a certain extent.
Right.
Right. I mean, any of the stuff where he's talking about being drunk and all that stuff, obviously that's not going to be Adam Schmidt.
That's
but
not going to be me.
all the other stuff, absolutely.
All right. So then let's start with what was the name that he used? He swiped left on the name.
Darlene.
Darlene. Let's check out Darlene
All right, let's
here
take a look at
on
Darlene.
Bumble.
Okay, Darlene. I know Darlene.
No,
I
you
know this
don't.
person.
No, you
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Is it
It's
is it Darlene
Mayfield.
what's
I almost swiped because the thing started moving and I just wanted to see I wanted to read more about it. All right, so what are we on here? We're on the Bumble here today. I mean, this
don't
is
really
a tough
know, right?
picture. This is a tough picture to go off of because I don't know if this is a bad picture or a good picture. And that could be
sunglasses.
hair blown in the wind. Obviously just got done with a hike. She's in the mountains.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is a good or a bad picture.
I would hope there's a better picture
That's what I'm saying. Like,
past that.
yeah. Okay. So
we'll
let's
see.
go. We've got 5'6", weights sometimes, hat, graduate degree,
Hat.
another social drinker. Where they're all social drinkers.
Yeah.
Let's see. The cigarette is a never.
That's the biggest one I look for.
First one,
Yeah.
100%. I would be the same way.
Yeah.
Let's see. The baby rattle is relationship. What does that mean?
That's what she's looking for. She's looking for a relationship.
Then why is it a baby rattle?
Baby rattle should be. Oh, has
kids. Has kids. That's
yeah.
the baby bottle. Okay.
The baby rattle is a magnifying glass, like what you're searching for.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Weather, rain, moderate rain.
Wait, what?
Why is that a rain cloud with rain coming down? What is that?
I think that's like the White House or the Capitol building. That's political, where your political stance is.
That looks like a cloud with rain coming down.
That's a building.
I mean, buildings are connected all the way around. There's no connection. That roof is not connected to the middle, and the middle is not connected to the ground. Whoever makes these apps, I'm more irritated with the guy who made the app because I don't know what any of this means.
First, I look whether she smokes or not. Then I look at her weather forecast.
Yeah. And this is moderate.
It's
moderate.
gonna be moderate.
It's gonna be
a
moderate.
decent
Yeah, it's
day,
gonna be
you
a
know?
decent day. Clapping for Christians. Yeah. See, now I get to the second picture, and I know that's a no for you.
You think so?
Oh, my bad. Is this not a no? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a worse picture than the first one.
I don't know. I think that's a better picture, honestly.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, that's a worse picture than both.
Okay, it's important to get a full body picture because you don't want the tricks with
The tricks with the cameras. UC fan. I'm done. Nope. Her kid's a UC fan. Adios. I have nothing to say to you. This is a no for me.
Oh, another one with a dog. Well, that last
Oh
one with a
yeah,
dog.
2 different times with a dog. That dog had a. Okay, dogs are bred as they're natural swimmers. Okay, why do you have a life vest on your dog and a kayak? If it's gonna jump into water, swim. It's gonna swim. You don't need a life vest for it.
But it helps, right? I mean, dogs can drown, right?
But they can swim.
But they can also drown.
Okay, how about when you put it in a basket in the back of your driver?
I'm
your
out.
bike?
I'm out on that.
No, I'm out on this whole thing. I'm out on this. But let's continue here. We clap for Christians. The interests are beaches, camping, exploring new cities, hiking trips, and dogs. If you couldn't be more of a swipe left for Adam,
Hiking.
that's it. Beaches, camping, hiking trips, dogs. 4 out of the 5, X-nay.
You know what? It says she does have kids.
Yeah. And they're UC fans.
That's where, that doesn't bother me, but I know it would bother you, but that's where
it doesn't really bother me.
That's where that's where the kids thing is like I'll start on the fence about that.
Mhm.
When you go beach, hike,
Camping,
camp,
dogs, and throw in kids.
then the kids then they fall on that side of the fence. They're
And not,
okay.
I'm gonna say not like young kids. Like it looks like she's got one kid that's in her 20s because she's drinking a Mick Ultra, and another kid that's like, I don't know, 11 or 12. Could I be wrong? Is that not a kid?
I mean, that could be anybody really, but
I promise I won't judge you if you like to eat sweets. That doesn't even make sense.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
I get way too excited about.
You might judge me because you haven't
dogs.
seen anybody eat this many sweets.
This is so silly.
It's every girl. It's every woman. It's every single woman on there. And you know what? She's not bad. I mean, I think she's fairly attractive.
Sure.
But she doesn't want to do. I don't want to do any of the things she likes doing. I don't care about your dog. I don't necessarily want to date somebody with a dog, but I will. And I don't necessarily really want to date somebody with kids, but I will. But when all of those things are combined, then no.
So lie. First off, caught the first lie on here.
Okay.
Under the wine glass, it says socially. Very first thing, I enjoy hiking, live music, warm weather, kayaking, drinks on patios. That sounds like you not just socially. Socially drinking is where you have a drink when you're at a gathering of some kind. Mm-hmm. If you're going out to your patio and having a cocktail every night, that's not socially drinking there, sweetheart.
I feel like every bar has a patio now.
I wasn't talking about bars. She's talking about patio, like at her house. Drinks in the patio. Yeah. This doesn't mean at the bar. It means that either way, if it was at the bar, it'd be even worse.
Bar, they all have patios.
Well, then it's definitely not social drinking. Then she's drinking every night when she goes gets dinner.
I don't know if I see it that way, but that's fair.
Okay.
It kind of doesn't matter anyway. Because, boy, if she wants to go camping and bring her dog,
how funny do you think a 9-year-old can be?
I mean, if it's 9-year-old Dan Soder, fine, but but probably
it's just
not.
Like your average 9-year-old. How funny do you think they would be?
Well, yeah, she say he's funny.
It says 9-year-old who is almost as funny as her.
I gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Not funny.
I mean, kids are funny because they say things that you don't expect, but usually that's like when they start, like 3, 4, 5, like in that range, when they actually say stuff. Did you go ahead and swipe it?
I did not, no, but this is the fun part is I wanted to try to be really, really hard. Really, I thought you went to the right for some reason. I wanted to be really, really hard on it just after that whole thing that we just watched.
Yeah. Didn't quite make the cut. And you know what? It's not that she didn't make my cut. It's that I wouldn't make hers. I'm doing her a favor.
You're doing her. Yeah, you are.
She wouldn't.
And he even said that. Well, no. What was the funny thing that Freed dude said? he said when he gets on those apps, all of a sudden he becomes like a 10, and oh, the maybes are swipe right. It's like, it would be an honor for you to meet me.
Yeah. No, but
Like, you become like the most it's the truth though. You become this like narcissistic person as you're looking at these things.
if you swipe once in a while on a I don't
Do
know,
you
maybe.
you know how this all started? Do you remember the website Hot or Not when in like the late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah.
And it would just be like
Yeah.
picture of a girl, and you just click on hot or not. And that was it. And it
forgot
would
about that.
go. That was the original swipe right, swipe left. You
You're
didn't,
right.
you would never get anybody's number or know who they are. They got no idea. But that was, I remember that.
You are right.
Yeah, it's the original thing. But that's the thing. It's like, how narcissistic am I? If you met half of those people on that kind of website in a bar, you'd be like, yeah, hey, what's going on? What's up? But when you get on the app, you're like, huh, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No chance.
You can be as judgmental as you want to behind that computer, buddy.
Oh,
And you know what?
Something else.
Everybody looking at my profile is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know?
What did
So,
he say
yeah.
when he talked about if you met that same person in a bar or something like that, and you don't get to know, I would never know any of the things that they have on their profile, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh wait, but I didn't get your number or your name, and she'd be like, oh, my name's Darlene, and he's like, oh my god, I guess I'm a Darlene tonight.
Oh man, yeah. Great special.
Such a good special on Netflix. 37 and Single. Thought it was really good.
Fried. Jared Freed.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, let's go. Do you want to go Mount Rushmore of streets?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Mount Rushmore of streets. I think this is gonna be fun. I wrote down only 4 streets. I could think of some other ones,
Sure.
but 4 streets that I'm set on.
Okay. Like no doubters.
I think no doubters for me.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to let you start with this, but I just want to put this out there.
Okay.
I'm kind of biased on my streets, man.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you should be, I would
Yeah.
think.
I mean, I've lived on maybe 5 streets in
Yeah.
my life.
I'm gonna guess Victory Parkway is on yours.
Victory Parkway's not on mine.
Okay.
It's
All right.
not. I went a little bit different than
'Cause I thought-
where places are.
I thought about putting one magnificent mile on mine, which
Yeah.
was the Chicago Bulls arena address when I was growing up, and I would
Okay.
write letters to Michael Jordan.
Did he ever write you back?
Because they were in the Beckett, weren't they in the
Yep,
back of the Beckett,
Yep.
the team addresses? He never wrote me back.
It's messed up.
I did send a card to Barry Larkin. I'm sure I've probably
Yep.
told you that, and he either signed it and sent it back, or my mom or dad signed it and sent it back.
No, I would say I remember when it came. It came addressed to you. Like it came in an envelope, or they did a good job. Now I'm thinking about it, or they did a really good job at that too. You ever asked your dad about that?
No, but I think I compared it to his signature
And it
on
was-
other things, and it
It
was
was legit.
yeah, it looked
Yeah.
legit. So anyway, thank you, Barry.
What a great guy.
What a great guy.
That's a
Great
good
guy.
dude. I mean, that's a
Despite-
Hall of Famer, first ever 30 for 30 shortstop. Like this dude is maybe the greatest baseball player to ever live, and he can sit down and do that for you. But maybe the greatest basketball player to ever live can't even write you back one time.
Well, I don't know about
Come on,
maybe,
Slim.
but
Come on, Slim.
it's not maybe, but yeah.
I'll call you Stan. I'll just call you Stan.
Michael Jordan got probably 7 trillion times more mail than Barry.
Oh yeah, every bit of it.
Anyway,
Every bit of it.
I'm okay with it. That's all right, Mike. I never got to see you play in person, but you know,
Man, do you remember that when we went to Indianapolis?
sure do.
Man, my dad got tickets. He was so excited about that.
Yep.
And no Michael Jordan or Scottie Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've told that story probably 8 times on this podcast.
Probably. Anyway, let's go Mount Rushmore of streets.
All right.
Of course, these are going to be personal, probably some of them to us, but it can be any street you
No,
want.
everything on mine is personal. I didn't do Cintas Center, Xavier. I didn't do Pete Rose Way. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah, because we could, I mean, we could do all kinds of stuff like that. I could go, I feel like I could go Glenway Avenue, Montana,
Yeah.
Delhi Pike and, you know, Westwood Boulevard or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
just big streets around here. That's not what I did though. I'm going here. I'm going to start with Taft Avenue. That's going to be an easy one for me. If you know
I'll let
me,
you know Taft Avenue is on mine.
that's sweet of you. Very sweet of you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go Yost Avenue.
Ooh.
Yost is the street my dad grew up on. It's the street that my grandparents, his parents, lived on their
All
whole
through-
lives
yeah.
since
I caught a green gardener snake at that address one time. I over there
Nice.
with you guys.
Very nice. My dad got in both of his motorcycle accidents on that street.
Broke 2 motorcycle helmets.
Yeah,
That's pretty legit. You come back after the second one, after the first one, you come back, and then this was it the same stop sign or
it
was
was the same. Yeah, that dip that
Yeah.
went down. Yep.
yeah, and then bust another one.
Yep.
That's pretty. That's legit right there.
And by the way, motorcycle riders who watch this show, if he wasn't wearing the helmet, I wouldn't be here, and he wouldn't be here
That's exactly
wearing a
right.
helmet
Twice.
twice. We're going Yost Avenue. I'm going Heath Court.
No idea.
Heath Court is the name of
Heathcliff?
Heathcliff is exactly the same thing that I think of every time I hear it. Heath Court is the name of the street that your mom and my mom grew up on
Oh, English
in
Woods.
English Woods.
Oh,
Yes.
Did not know that.
11 Heath Court, apartments A and B.
A and B.
Uh,
Was that they moved from apartment A over to apartment
They
B?
had 77 kids. They had to have 2 apartments.
I didn't know they were in 2 different
I
apartments.
think they actually, I think they were in actually 2 apartments. And then last but not least, we had the same idea. Duber Drive.
Duber Drive is 1,000% on mine.
Yeah.
So I've got Duber Drive on mine. That's where I grew up.
Yep.
I have Taft Avenue on mine, where you grew up. I put Delhi Pike on mine because I lived on the Pike all the time. Like I was on the Pike. Still to this day. Hey, we're going to the Pike. What do you want?
Yeah.
I'm going up to the Pike. What do you want?
Pike has everything.
The Pike the Pike's got some stuff.
It's got crime and stuff now, but
It's got a lot of stuff. It's got a little bit of everything. I've been chased on a
got
bike by
heroin.
when I was in like 4th grade, and there was like 7th graders chasing me on a bike. I thought they wanted to beat me up, and I don't know. I think they just probably laughed the whole time, and I thought that they were trying to kill me. I literally thought I was gonna die a couple times, and they just laughed. Damn Delhi Junior High kids. Now my son's gonna go to Delhi Junior High.
Nice.
He's talk so much crap about them.
Dan Soder, which is my second reference to him in 5 minutes, has a new podcast. It's his own podcast. And
Yeah.
he's on like episode 6 now. I've watched every one of them. He just had today Mark Normand on there.
Yeah.
And you know, those 2 are hilarious. And they talked about that exact thing, getting chased.
Yeah.
They were like, when you're 13 or 14 and you run, somebody's gonna chase you, or somebody you see somebody and you think they're gonna chase you, you just start running, and then
They're gonna chase you.
That's just how it works.
Dude, on Harrison Avenue, when our cousins lived on Fenton, which was almost made it. Fenton almost made it, which our
Yeah.
cousin moved back to Fenton.
I was
I
close.
didn't
too.
even know that.
Yeah.
So we would go there was a Kroger's up there,
Mhm.
and we would ride our bikes to Kroger's, and multiple times we got chased out of Kroger's. We were on, like, I've never ridden a bike as fast as I rode it in my life from Kroger's home. I don't know if it was people just messing around, like, hey, let me get that snack you got, boy.
Yeah.
And I was like, somebody's gonna kill me, and I thought I was going to die. So I got on the bike and rode. I don't care if I left my cousin behind. Hey, you know what I mean? This is what do they call that? You know, survival of the fittest, bro. If I beat you, I don't have to be the fastest. I just gotta be faster than you.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? And yeah, multiple times I've done that. I think twice I got on a bike and rode as fast as I could from that Kroger's in one of the scariest areas
Yeah.
of my entire life.
Yeah.
Onto a street that had houses that were like 7,000 square feet houses,
Sure. Yeah.
the biggest 200-year-old houses you've ever seen in your life.
Yep.
All right,
Right on the corner where your grandma lived, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
right up the little street there.
Yep, on McHenry,
On
right?
McHenry.
McHenry and Harrison Avenue is right where that was. McHenry is another one. Yep.
Yeah, almost put it on there.
Yep, McHenry was another one I almost put on there.
Yep.
McHenry, my dad lived on McHenry. Our cousins lived on McHenry.
Yep.
I would not live on McHenry now.
Nah.
Not even close. So I've got Taft Avenue, Duber Drive, the Pike, and last but not least, my friend, another one that only means something to me, Rutledge.
Rutledge.
That is where I spent the first 5 years of my life.
Wow. Rutledge.
Very fond memories of Rutledge.
Nice.
I thought that was the biggest house in the entire world. I don't know how big that house is now. I have no idea. In fact, I don't even know if that house is there on the top of it.
Yeah,
Right at the top. They built some giant garage behind it that took up like the whole yard.
Oh, okay.
So when you turn on Rutledge, right at the top of Rutledge, top or bottom? Is that the bottom of Rutledge or top of Rutledge?
I don't remember.
That would be the top. That's more north than south.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the top of Rutledge,
Top.
right off of Glenway Avenue,
Mhm.
right across from the, constantly fire truck every couple hours coming out of the fire station right there.
Oh yeah.
Always fire. Oh my God, constant.
Yep.
So that's mine.
Beautiful. Fun memories on all those streets. Let's see. On Duber Drive, when I wrote that down, I was thinking
Duber
about
Stadium, baby. Duber Stadium. We
Stadium.
had everything. We had football in the front. You had to call using car if you wanted to go around the car. You couldn't if the play started and you did not call using car, you could not go on that right sidewalk where on the other side of because the sidewalks were out of bounds. So you could get up on the green. What do they call that? It goes from the street to the little bit of grass and sidewalk and then the yard.
Yeah.
You go on those but you could only go on the right side if you called using car. If you didn't call using car and you go around the car, defense, they just let you go. Because if you call using car and you weave in and out of the cars, man, you use the cars as a pick. You're good to go. You're good to go.
That's really an advantage
Yep.
for the offense.
Baseball out in front of the house, we had a certain wire. So you hit tennis ball, that certain wire was a home run. You had street hockey down in the circle.
Mhm.
We had we played kick the can down there, but Stuber Stadium, and then basketball was in my backyard.
Yes. Yep. You had a pretty good backyard too. And then, over the fence was basically a big open space with a little greenhouse back there, or whatever. And
Getting a ton of trouble because we would throw rocks at the greenhouse and they would hit that greenhouse and make this loud noise. And God, she would get so mad. Now I'm like, good God, we probably put a bunch of holes in that greenhouse. You know what I mean? Like, good God.
Yeah. I was thinking about like the time where we were there and a bird got in.
Multiple times bird in the house. No idea why on Duber Drive there was a bird. I bet there was 15 birds. They all came in through the flue of the chimney.
Yep. But yeah, I remember
had bats in there before.
Yeah, I remember you guys having bats a couple times. The finished attic, that was your room.
Yep.
That was probably my favorite part.
Yep. I lived in it was only 2-bedroom. And when my sister came along, we finished the attic, and I was the kid up in the attic. I had the coolest room up there.
That was a
best room. I had a couch.
Yeah.
I had a desk that was bigger than this room we're in right now. I had everything up there.
That was the first time I had ever seen like those cubbies that you got, or the little like
Crawl spaces?
The crawl spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, they were real narrow because the roof went up right there. And that's where your dad had all his cards and everything. You guys had your cards.
Right at the very top. That was the baseball card room.
Yep. And I remember one of the times I laughed hardest in my life one of the first times I probably laughed that hard at seeing a person in real life get hurt. That made me laugh.
I have no idea what this is. I'm excited.
Your dad went in there. We were looking at cards in there, and your dad was in there, and he all of a sudden he goes, "Oh," and he's like, "Oh man," and he lifts his foot up, and there's a thumbtack sticking out of his foot. He stepped on a thumbtack and it stuck in his foot, and it was the way he reacted was so funny. Oh my God, it made me laugh so hard. I remember that. And I think he was like, take it out, take it out, take it out. And I think I didn't know what to do. Either he took it out himself or you took it out of something. I just remember that. And then I remember laughing so hard at that. And that happened to me years later. That happened to me. The same
After
thing
it
happened
hurt,
to me.
after it hurt really bad, did you laugh?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. Very good memories there. You had the Nintendo in the basement. The
Yep.
basement was like not necessarily finished, but it was nice enough
Kind
to
of,
go
yeah.
down there.
We put this real thin carpet down there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it would still flood every now and then.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's real thin carpet. You could suck all the stuff out of it real easy.
Mhm.
And I mean, we put a couch down there. A surround sound system was down there. We had a nice entertainment center. The computer was down there.
I remember
Yeah,
all that.
right.
Yeah.
The computer was right underneath the steps, like in a little nook down under there. So I mean, it was pretty. I would call it finished. I would call it a partially finished basement.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I think for years before they moved out of there, it was like I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I think like after we
Sure.
started getting a little older, we
Yeah,
like, I
you're
didn't go
never in
down
the
there as much.
basement. Yeah,
But like when we were kids, I remember going down there. And you
Sega
had the
was down
Nintendo,
there.
and yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that was fun.
Yeah, because the Nintendo was really when I had the Nintendo and was playing that a lot. It was upstairs in the living room, the main living room area.
Oh, I remember playing
Which
up
we
there too.
we were never allowed in the like it there. This house had 2 bedrooms, a hallway, a kitchen, and a bathroom,
Yeah.
and then there was a living room. And my mom got white carpet put in the living room. We were never allowed in the living room. It's like, why are we even? Why? There was no TV. They took the TV out of the living room, put it downstairs. You could like, there was no point in even having the living room. It was most of the house. I remember, like, I don't have very many memories of being in that living room because after we took the TV out, it was like, what am I doing here?
That was for fancy company.
That was for fancy company for real. It was that, or in the far corner was one of the grates, like where the heat would come out. And I would sit down, take my shirt, put it over my knees.
Absolutely.
And I would eat my breakfast there, and then I
Yes.
would have lines on my ass because from sitting on the metal grate where the heat came up.
Yep.
Mom would turn the heat up in the morning for me. Like that would make it, because the furnace only has 1 speed, so it doesn't matter how hot you make it. It's only got 1 speed. It's
Yeah.
that's not gonna make it go harder, blow harder or anything. But anyway, thank you, Mom. Appreciate that. I would eat breakfast, eat cereal while sitting with shirt over my knees over top of that and be warm.
We did the same thing.
Did you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Oh man. All right. Well, that covers that. There was one other thing that I was thinking about earlier today, and now, of course, I can't remember it because that was the thing I didn't write down.
That's okay.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's oh, yeah, we've got to pick stuff for next week.
Oh,
Oh, actually, speaking of picks,
Yeah. Oh, we didn't do this. Yeah. We got last week. Do we go over this? Is this something that? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
Last week we made picks. And we're just get a little gambling in.
sure. I'm finally there. For years, I never touched it, but I
mean,
Don't
now
have
it's all everything's becoming legal, so you might as well smoke dope now. You might as well gamble. You might as well just do it all because it's all legal.
in fact, I only get on the app to gamble
After you get high.
after I get high. I get high to get on the app to gamble.
My location is restricted. What? Oh, okay, here we go. Man, I don't know how close we are to Kentucky, but geez, oh Pete's.
That happened to
Than
me
you last
right?
time,
Yeah.
I know. So my last bet that we did last week, I took. It was let's see, Shea Gildress Alexander, and I'm gonna have to scroll to find it. Where we at here?
I had the I don't know what I was I had the Cavs. Well, I know what I was thinking. I just wanted to make big money in case it happened. But I had the Cavs beating the Celtics, and they didn't. So right away I was out, and then I had over 27.5 points for Donovan Mitchell, and he did get that. And I was over 6.5 assists for Darius Garland. He did not get that. So 2 of my 3 legs did not pan out.
Oh man, you lost 2 out of the 3?
Yeah, it was bad.
I can't even find mine anymore. When did we play? God, this is just
Wasn't
from
last
Sunday.
last
I
Wednesday.
still got baseball games from Sunday. Hold on a second
You
here.
got baseball games from Sunday?
Not baseball. Here it is. I finally found it. All right, so
You
I
checking on
had
Japanese baseball games?
it was football is what I meant to say. I had Shea Gildress Alexander, 30+ points. I had Shea Gildress Alexander 6+ assists, and De'Aaron Fox 30+ points. Hit it 1755 in the bank account, baby.
Yo,
Let's go. Let's go. So we decided we were going to do the Christmas Day games for the NBA. So Adam Schmidt, do you want to go ahead and let us know who you took?
I'm going Dallas Mavericks +4 against the Suns. So give me the Mavs in 4. I'm going
When's Christmas?
the 25th, Monday.
Huh.
You not seeing it?
Yeah, I just I've got 3 games and that's not one of them. So
Oh. Well, there are like 5 games.
okay, all
in
right,
that,
good.
yeah.
All right, good.
Let's see. The Sixers +1.5 against the Heat. I got the Sixers, and then I'm taking the Lakers with the 1.5 against the Celtics.
All right, so the 12-10 Milwaukee Bucks New York Knicks game, I took Bucks -3. The 240 game, I took the Nuggets -4.5 against Golden State. And then the 510 game, I took the Lakers as well, +1.5.
Mm.
So let's see how we end up.
Yeah. You took okay, yeah. So we have one of the
We have
same.
one of the same.
And I have all dogs, and you have two.
I have two favorites and
but
a
I
dog.
like those.
Yeah.
I like those favorite picks. Those are good.
So I like it. I like it. I like it. Darren Fox needs one more assist for me to get $12.93. One assist in the fourth quarter. Let's go, Fox. Do your thing, kid. Let's see.
12.93 is that what you get?
Yes, $5 to win $12.93. And then right now I need Keegan Murray to get a bucket. And I need Sabonis to get 1 bucket, and I win $33.86 on a $5 bet. Let's go, fourth quarter.
Beautiful.
Let me tell you this. So when I first did this, we talked about this, right? It's been a couple weeks since I signed up for this thing. And I hit like $100 here on the podcast. And the Jokic hit a 3 and got me $100. All $5 bets. I'm not out here with disposable income, right?
Sure.
I had another one where I hit like $150 somewhere, and then I was hitting a bunch of $20. I was making money. I was up there. I'd cashed out $200, still had like $300 in there. I'm down, right? Getting down to the nitty-gritty now. I have missed in the past week 4 bets, either from $50 to $150 off of 1 or 2 points from someone to get. Like somebody needed 20 and they had 19, and I hit everything else in my parlay. Everything else. And I needed 1 or 2 points. It's happened, I want to say 4 times. 4 times this week.
Let me ask you this.
In a week.
When that happens,
yeah.
Does that make you feel like, man, I was so close. That was actually a good pick. It was still a good pick, even though I lost it. So I got to try again. Or does it make you think, see, this is not worth it?
Do you want to know?
It makes me not want to do
I can tell you exactly what I think, because I got 2 buddies and we go back and forth. Like we'll send each other what our bets are all the time, just kind of messing around. So I sent them this last night at like midnight. LeBron James +20 points, +20 25 points. Jalen Brunson, 2 threes, hit 3 of them. LeBron, 1 3, hit 2 of them. Anthony Davis, 8 rebounds, got 14. LeBron James, 6 assists, got 11. Okay. Anthony Davis, 25 points, got 32. So this is a $5 bet to win $200. I mean, it's got a lot of legs in here, right? But they're not right crazy. I need Jalen Brunson to get 4 assists, and I need Jalen Brunson to get 30 points. 29 points, 3 assists. And my exact words, I believe, I won't quote myself exactly, is I'm done betting the blank NBA. That is exactly what I sent out. I said, I'm done betting the blank NBA. And that was yesterday at 12:58 a.m. I've probably made 6 NBA bets since then.
I think so. I think the day before, maybe Jalen Brunson had like 50 or 50 to 1.
50. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like 30. I'm in 29.
Yeah.
4 assists. 3.
Oh man.
Those weren't even the hardest parts to hit. Those weren't even my biggest, like the biggest things. Like I thought the Anthony Davis part was going to be the one that's because Anthony Davis is a crapshoot sometimes.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, 1 point. And I got another one in here too. It's the same. They're all the same. I've got another one where De'Aaron Fox needed 2 points, and it was like a $100 thing. But I stopped doing the big ones. I didn't stop. I'll make like 5 bets at $5, so $25 a night. I'll do. One of them will win me like $11. One will win me like $7. One, so like pretty close. Like they should be gettable bets.
Yeah.
And then I'll do 4 of those. And then I'll do one where I'm like, all right, let's try to get $100. It's a couple $100 here, right? Let's push the limit a little bit. And then I'll miss those easy ones. Like nobody's anywhere close. Like Giannis or Jokic had like 8 points a couple nights ago. Steph had 10 points a couple nights ago and didn't hit a 3.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how am I missing the easiest ones? These are like those were all in my easy one. And then I'll have one with like 10 legs in it that have to happen. And I missed De'Aaron Fox by 2 points, and that's it. And I'm like, are you? And he'll have 28. He'll have like, let's say I probably did 25 points. Well, for Fox, I probably did 28, 30. He'll have 28 points to start the fourth quarter. And I'm like, let's go.
Mhm.
And then they go up by 25 and he doesn't play. And I'm like, are you kidding? You can't get 1 bucket in the fourth quarter, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so irritated.
Or a guy will get, not even having anything to do with betting, but a guy will get 29 in the first half.
And
you're like, we're going to see a 40-point game.
Yep.
He ends up with 32
Yep.
or something.
And you're like, how did that happen?
Yeah. Yep. That's funny. That's funny.
So I'm enjoying it. Very small bets. I have not had to put any. I put like $5 I had to put in it, and then I got free money after. I got $100 free and like $80, $75 free for $75 for having a friend join you up. $100 because I don't know. First time I was on there, they gave me $100 because that's what they do. I put $5 in it. I've cashed out $200 so far. I'm up, bro. I'm killing it right now.
You are.
So, this $50 that I got left. We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah.
See how long it lasts.
Yeah. I'm still on that first $5 I put in there.
There you go.
It's only been 6 months or something like that, but
Yeah.
That's
That's
not
the
bad.
best part. Yeah. It makes it fun. Right. And
Yeah.
like the other day, I put I put $1 on something. And it's like, I put $1 on something and could win like 1,000 if I hit it. And I was like, cool. Sounds like fun. Let's give it a try.
I got to start looking for those too. So if I hit this $5 on this and the payout's 34.75, something like that, 34.70.
For yours was?
Yeah.
So mine is $5 and payouts 33.41. So we're pretty close on the
Real close.
on the payouts there.
Yeah.
It should be good. I'm excited.
Very good.
Good luck to you. What are we going to pick for
Same.
next week, bub?
Mount Rushmore and comedy.
Yep.
So
I like if you look up here at the screen, it looks like we're like 5 feet apart from each other. I feel like this looks as far apart as we've been. If you're watching on YouTube, but
check this out.
I'm bending my arm. That's a full bend of the elbow there. Like,
Yeah.
That's not extended. This is I'm about a foot away from you. It's funny. I just looked down. I was like, man, I'm almost touching your foot. And I look up and I was like, man, it looks like we're a mile apart up there.
I put on special Christmas socks just for you today.
I saw they're beautiful.
Thanks.
I love those.
Christmas
Those are
lights.
awesome. I like the Christmas lights. I have a few pairs of Santa Claus dress socks that I wear this time of year all the time.
These are
Every
the
year.
only Christmas socks I have, except for there are socks that I got for Christmas that I'm gonna have to wear tomorrow.
Uh-oh. What's tomorrow?
Our boss is taking us out to Topgolf during the day tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome.
And last year she got us all these shirts, these kind of matching shirts. I am not a matching shirt guy. So a couple people were like, hey, should we wear our shirts tomorrow to Topgolf? I'm like, nah. So
Like that's as fast as I know. First off,
yeah.
Okay. I have a question about this. Okay. I'm going to should I preface it or come back? I'm gonna come back to it.
Okay.
Your boss, male or female, obviously female. She bought you shirts. I don't even have to ask. That's obvious. She's a female. Number two, matching shirts. She bought you matching shirts.
That's right.
1,000% female. That's the move. And I'm not being sexist or anything. You ask anybody. It's just
Here's the thing.
That's the way the mind works, right? That's an estrogen thing. Let's get matching shirts.
You were right.
Of course I am. I didn't even have to ask. I was telling you that I know. I'm gonna guess 55 to 60 years old.
Whoops. She's like
I might have went too high.
she's like 5 months younger than me.
What?
She's my age.
Okay, that's okay. So then let me go 2 for 3.
Okay.
2+ kids.
Yes.
Yes. There's no person that is not a mom. I was going mom. That's why I went there. That would buy matching shirts for the people that she works with and expect them to wear those out somewhere. Zero chance. No. My mom buys us all matching. Every year we have to open a present all at the same time. Me, my dad, and my brother-in-law. We all got to open them at the same time. And every year the joke is, oh, I wonder what color this quarter zip is going to be, because they're all quarter zip sweaters. I love them, right? I wear them every now and then to work if it's like a cool day and it's not a coat day, right? But it's not a hot day, so like I'll wear the quarter zip. But I got about 10 of them.
Yeah.
Mom's got all my sweaters, and our quarter zips or sweaters all come from Christmas, and we all have the same ones.
Nice.
All the same ones. So that's why immediately I thought mom, female, 1,000%. So
Yeah.
you're definitely not wearing those all, right?
I'm not. Thank goodness one of the guys is too small, so he can't wear his anyway. So I'm like, okay, so at least I won't be the only one not wearing it. 'Cause
His
then
shirt is too small, or he is too small?
his shirt is too small.
Yeah, the way you said that, I was like, if the shirt's a little big, that doesn't mean he wouldn't wear it.
No.
But if the shirt is too small, 1,000%. That's another thing. You're buying this for other grown men that aren't in your family, and you got to make a guess on size of shirt.
Yeah.
Well, girl, you better get it. You better get it right.
Yeah.
Get it right. Don't get me a schmedium. I am not a schmedium, right? Most people look at me and I get that question all the time. Would you need a large? No. If you put a large on me, it's going to look like I'm in a small. I got to have an XL, and that's the only size shirt I can wear. Absolutely the only size shirt. So don't look at me and make an assumption. What size was your shirt? Medium or large?
Medium.
Yeah, I can see her going too small then. I can see her going too small. I would have went large for you, and I would have been like, oh, it's a little big.
My shirt fits me fine.
No, I know. You're a medium guy. You always have been.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I can see her getting that wrong.
Yeah.
I always would if you're a grown man, I'm buying you a large. Just that's the deal. If you're a grown man, you should wear a shirt that's a large.
Here's the thing. I was a small for many years.
Yeah.
Until about couple 2-3 years ago. Now I'm bordering on medium and large.
Medium to large, like it depends on the shirt.
I shot up.
It
pal.
depends on the shirt.
Yeah,
That's a
it
good
does.
thing. You fill it out though. You look healthy.
I'm not, but thank you. But thank you for telling me I look.
I, my friend, am unhealthy, and XL is way too big for somebody that's 5'9".
It is big. That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. But
This is an extra large
Your
shirt.
clothes are big. Your clothes are a little big on you.
If you watch any of these podcasts, you can see the outline of my man boobs constantly. There's nothing big about any of the
That's
shirts I
just-
wear. They
that's-
fit me normal.
That's any shirt though, I feel like.
I disagree.
You think so?
Yeah, I
If
disagree.
you wore a double XL shirt, depending on how you
I have a
move-
couple double XL shirts, and they don't look the same.
Really?
They look big. They look big.
Hmm.
These
Yeah, they
shirts.
look big, but depending on how you move or how you're sitting,
I mean,
you
if I
it's going to
scrunch,
crease a certain way.
yeah, you'll see my man boobs no matter what in some instances. But for the most part, like you can see them right now.
No, you can't.
Look inside there, bro. There's a
I'm
whole
looking-
boob right here.
I
That's
see
a
it.
whole boob.
You can see it because you know where it is. Oh, I see I see a shadow from the microphone on your shirt. That's all I see, really.
Whatever. You're so nice. I'm almost a B cup now. Almost a B cup.
That's nice.
Besides the point, enjoy Top Golf tomorrow. That's gonna be a good time.
Thank you. And then we're supposed to go right next door to some restaurant or something for
Oh, really? You going to
eat.
Chewy's or there's
Uh,
Chewy's, Red Robin,
No, it's the one that like
Smoky Bones is over there. There's
Mo and Tony Pike do a show from there all the time.
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks. That's
Like
it.
you didn't know the name of it. 32 degree. All the beer's 32 degrees. It says it right on the sign outside.
Right?
Let's just put it this way. I work in the lumber business. I have a lot of customers that when I'm like, hey man, where you want to go for lunch? Let's go to Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, I'm going there with my female boss and a bunch of other people in my group, and
Not gonna lie to you, really good food. It's not like Hooters, right? Like Hooters, their wings are phenomenal, but everything else. I mean, I guess some of the stuff there's pretty good. And I love their wings. This Twin Peaks has got good food, bro. I've never had anything bad
things.
from there.
I've heard good things. Yeah, I've never been, so that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in Florida one time, and my father-in-law, it was me, my wife, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and then my mother and father-in-law, and we're driving, trying to find something to eat, and my father-in-law knows what Twin Peaks is, and he looks up and he's like, "Oh, 32 degrees, beer's 32 degrees. Let's try Twin Peaks." My sister-in-law was like, "Oh, that looks fun. All right, let's go. Let's try there." And then she, as we're going there, starts Googling. She's like, "Ooh, Dad, you're so gross." It's pretty funny. He was like, "I almost got you in there."
I like I've been to Hooters, of course, because we used to go all the time.
Yeah.
I've been to the Tilted Kilt.
Tilted Kilt. This is just like the Tilted Kilt.
Same thing.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay. There was one in Indianapolis,
Yeah.
and I feel like I went before a Pacers game or something like that at some point. But yeah, that's all right. Yeah, okay. So it's just like that.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. There you go.
See how it goes.
So that'll be a good time for you. Have fun there. Tomorrow, I've been invited to a Christmas party at a lumberyard. So I'm going to one of my customers' lumberyards for a little Christmas party. A little crab boil going down, or seafood boil.
Is this a lumberyard in New Orleans or?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not. In Springdale.
Okay.
Not far from where you used to work.
That's right.
Right over by the old Gateway Tire.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember the old Gateway?
Oh yeah.
It's like a
80?
mattress place now, right across the street from it is. Anyway, do you have a comedy special for next week?
I do. Let's check out. This is another guy whose name I've heard plenty of times. Haven't really seen him. Nick Mullen. Who also was an elder guy in the class in
Nick
between
Mullins.
us.
Yeah, Nick Mullen. Nick Mullen, he was a shooter.
He was a
He
shooter.
was a shooter.
His brother played too. He was like 2 years older than me, I think.
I didn't know his brother, but I know
Mike.
Nick was a shooter, and then who's the Mahan? Mahan was in between us. That was a shooter.
Mike Mahan.
Yeah, he'd go from having 24 points to having 0 points for 3 or 4 games straight.
Yeah, Nick Mullen's older brother, who played basketball and football at Elder. I saw him for the first time in many years getting ready to coach the game after your game, the one that I was at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I saw him
How
there.
about that?
Yeah. He
That's
was
pretty cool.
talking to Segs. Imagine that.
Everybody talks to Segs.
That's right.
He walks up to me. Segs walks up to me before, like, I didn't even know you were at the game.
Yeah.
It to this day boggles my mind that he even knows who I am.
He knows. It boggles my mind that he knows
Everybody. So sometimes
by name.
yeah, that's the thing,
and
is
he
by
knows
name.
stuff about them.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is by name things that what gets me. This guy, he referees Big Ten football, he does high school football, basketball, he does everything. And he coached baseball at Elder when I was there. And he's like, you don't see the guy forever. And then you see him like 5 years, and it's like, I don't look anything like, and walk right up, be like, hey man, how you doing? And you're like, okay, he recognizes me, he's no idea. And then you're sitting there for a minute, and I don't know if he walks over to somebody and goes, hey, what's his name, or something like that. But then it'll be like, hey Whit, or Chris, or he'll call me like so at that game, he's
Coach
like,
Whit.
he goes, Chris. He said, Coach Whit, I'm going to kick you out. We're kicking him out today. And he says, hey, Chris. We walk up, shake hands before the game, and he's giving a little speech of how the rules go. And he goes, hey, Schmitty, I just saw some Schmitty a little bit ago. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. And I was like, you didn't see my cousin Adam here. There's no way. And then you're sitting over in the stands. And I was like, oh, he really did see Schmitty. calls you Schmitty. At least you have a dad that went to school with him.
Yeah.
This dude, like, I just don't know. And we played basketball together for years after high school too. So, and I was with you. I put part of that. I'm putting you in that because he just knows that you're my cousin. I think that's what he knows the most is that you're my cousin. Because every time it's like, oh yeah, I seen Schmitty. It's always talking about you every time he sees me.
He was reffing a varsity high school basketball game. All right, that we were at like 3 weeks ago. And he's there. There's action going on the floor. We're sitting behind the visitors' bench, and he's walking by, and he looks at my dad. He goes, Schmitty, how you doing? Varsity, I mean, it's one thing at a 10-year-old basketball game.
Look,
varsity basket, and then so I didn't see him at first. I'm like watching the action. He's like walking down. He sees my dad. My dad says, "Hey," and he says, and then I look up right as he's turning around. He realized that I looked up right as he's turning around. So he turns back around. He's like, Schmitty, how you doing? I'm like, to you too. Like, turn your head and look at the game. This one's important. This isn't the sports mall, pal.
That's the thing. So at the sports mall, I'll never forget. At the sports mall one time, second half of a game starts. You can see him through the glass in the concession area, eating an ice cream cone, watching a college football game, eating an ice cream cone. It's like the half started. Whoever the other ref is always like, he'll come out whenever he comes down. But then he'll talk to somebody the whole time. So the guy I coach with, I'm always like, I love Sags, but I hate when he does our game because he doesn't pay attention to anything. And because he's constantly talking to somebody during the game. He talks to me on the bench. I'm on the bench trying to coach. He's just at half court talking to me. Like, dude, pay attention.
He's refereed 10,000 basketball games, so I feel like he's just that comfortable.
Oh,
I feel like
100%.
he still feels like he has control of everything, and he doesn't have to watch it.
Nope. And to be honest with you, he's gonna miss some things.
Yes,
always does.
God, yeah.
For the reasons that we just mentioned. But when he's watching the game, he does call a good game when he's paying attention.
Yeah.
He doesn't let things get out of hand. He doesn't call way too much. He's pretty, and it's at every age level. I heard him talking to the guy. It was a young kid he was reffing with in one of our games this year. He said he's reffed 2 of our games already this year. And the one game he walks up to the gate and he says, look, man, this is one of the hardest ones because this is it's select level, but they're still 10 years old and they're allowed to press constantly. This is the first year they can press. And this is the first year they can play zone. And it's the first year and they're shooting from this free throw from the regular. And he's going over the whole thing. He's like, it's one of the hardest ones because you got to let him play, man. You got to let him play. And I was like, man, he's
mentoring. He's legitimately mentoring younger guys.
And to me, I was like, I just thought he came out here and just collected a check. But I think he really, truly enjoys it and wants to do a good job for the kids.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, man.
He's a great dude. He's a great dude. He can be frustrating to.
But when he's up eating an ice cream cone and I'm 23 years old and all I care about is this one basketball game at the sports mall. This is everything.
We were playing together.
I know
because he was still eating the ice cream cone and walked on the floor.
Yeah, 100%.
And referee came eating an ice cream cone. Oh, he's so funny. And I love when I see him.
Yeah.
Because and I used to get all crazy about officials when we were playing and stuff.
Yeah.
I got so mad at him so many times, but it didn't matter. He'd
look right at you and explain it to you.
Yeah.
Like, yep.
Yeah. And he might still be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, you know what? Okay. And
he'll look at you and go, Schmitty, I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that way.
And I'll walk in the next week. Schmitty, how you doing?
Yep.
How's
exactly.
How's Dad doing? Your dad coming down?
Yeah.
I mean, just the best. He's the best.
Good dude.
How many banners you got up at St. Teresa, Schmitty? He came over. Somebody was it was the guy that you coach with, his wife, and I want to say either his father or father-in-law was sitting right there.
Probably his father-in-law, because it was my old coach. That's my old coach. We won the city championship with.
Oh, okay.
That's Bobby Dahl. Bobby Dahl.
So he came over and he's talking to him, I think or maybe during a timeout or something.
Yeah.
He's like, Coach, he's like, yeah, Coach has got about 800 wins right here. he's like, Coach Schmidt got a whole bunch of them too up there. And so he's like trying to
get you to
introduce people. Yeah.
I love it.
He's the best.
He's so good. And the thing that sucks is as I think of him getting older, He still got it right now.
He doesn't even look like he's getting
He
older.
doesn't. But I think about his dad,
Yeah.
and his dad reffed us for so long too. And his
He
dad
got
was legit
bad.
as bad as it gets.
Yeah.
And he was trying still. He was
Probably
trying.
a good referee when he was younger.
He was trying. That was rough.
Yeah.
Rough when old man Sags would be there. But and Sags loved it though. He was sitting there reffing with his dad, you know. He'd tell people all the time, he's like, look, man, he's 80 years old and he's out here running up and down the court. You gotta give the guy something. You know what I mean? Like you argue with him all you want, but
Yeah.
he's 80 years old trying to ref basketball. What you get's what you get.
Yeah.
You're at the sports mall. You're 20 something years old. This means zero at all. It's okay
To
that
them.
it's
Yeah,
okay
to-
that this
it meant a
80-year-old
lot to us. Yeah.
it did. It meant a lot to us. I know now that it meant nothing.
Right. Yeah.
But I think that's kind of what it was like. Look, man, you got an 80-year-old out here, dude. Like, just be happy that he's able to ref still.
Yeah.
I'm refing with my dad. This is pretty cool. And now I coach with my dad. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Anyway,
Anyway,
continue on. What do you got?
we got Nick Mullen, the Year of the Dragon. The Year of the Dragon. It just came out
I
a
saw
few
that.
weeks ago, I think.
Yep.
So it's on YouTube, by the way.
Okay.
YouTube. Nick Mullen.
That's awesome. Very excited for that. So man, I was just gonna go referees.
Oh.
I think I might, but I'd have to look up who some of them are because I don't necessarily know. But do we go umpires and referees? Just referees?
Just umpires. How
I think we
What?
feel like we've done umpires before.
have we done them? Maybe.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like we've talked about
We've talked about
maybe we've talked
umpires.
about bad. Maybe we've done worst umpires.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we've done worst
We've
umpires.
talked about Joe West and Angel
I
Hernandez.
think it was a
but-
Joe West deal. Something happened with Joe West, and we
Yeah.
did worst umpires. I'm gonna do favorite basketball referees. Just basketball, right? I'm not saying NBA, college. No, I'm saying basketball.
Okay.
I mean, Segs is. You guys already know Segs is on my list,
Hey,
right? Segs
yeah.
Segs on the Mount Rushmore referees for sure.
If you listen to the last 10 minutes of this, you know he's going to be on both of our lists.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Man,
All right.
there are some that I like and that like me, but I think they're complete and total pricks. And I'm glad that I'm on their good side because there's this ref that does a lot of our kids' games. I bet he probably did half our games last year. And he knows our head coach. And he just walks up and down. He's like, you believe this guy over here talking about this? Geez, this dude keeps it up. I'm gonna go over there and do something about it. And I'm like, dude, it's a fourth grade, fifth grade basketball coach, man. He's doing the same thing that we're doing. We just know you.
Mhm.
So he's pissing you off. And he'll do it all the time. He's pissing me off. I'm getting pissed off. You just wait. And then all of a sudden he'll make a call.
That's
The
a
guy will
bad
say
ref.
something. And he's like, you want to say next thing you say, you're out of here. And it's like, whoa, bro, chill out, man. Chill
The
out.
bunny ears guys and the guys
This is a
that
tough guy. This is
Yeah.
the tough guy. Yeah,
That-
this
that
is
makes
the
sense.
tough guy. This is the tough guy. I wish I could remember his name. I do. I think I know his name.
there are so many refs from our youth and high
That
school
are still
sports
out there doing it.
that I was going to say that I couldn't stand, that I thought were terrible, and that I that I would put on the Mount Rushmore of referees that I couldn't stand. But
You know what? I feel like this doesn't have to be best. I feel like this should
could
just
be any-
be
I
Oh.
want to put
because like I want to put Archie on there. I want Archie to be on there. I want Archie
Manning.
possibly the worst ever. I want Archie Manning to be on there.
God rest his soul.
Not Archie Manning, the actual Archie Manning.
Right.
Like I'm talking with a guy. I don't even know that his name was actually Archie. I think
I'm sure
their
it
last name was Manning because his son went to school with me.
Yep.
Their last name was Manning, but I don't know that his name was. I think they just started calling him that. Everybody just called him Archie
Mhm.
because of Archie Manning.
I guess so. Yeah.
But I'm
there's
not
gotta be a story.
100% sure that was his actual name.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know, but yeah,
He was
so many guys.
He was so bad.
He was really
He
bad.
was so bad.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Arch.
He dished out a lot of texts
Oh my God.
because nobody
Nobody
liked
liked
in their
it.
game.
Oh God. Just start me off with one, Arch. If I get a second one, just get me out of here. I don't
Yeah.
start me with one before the game starts. That way my first one I can just leave.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Then
be
you're-
here.
He gets so bad, you're just trying to get. You're just
Yeah.
like, just give me another one because I
Yep.
can't watch you.
I
ref
can't
anymore.
be here anymore. And if I walk out on the team, I look like I quit. So just team me up. All right. So we're gonna do just referees in general, just
Referees, okay.
basketball referees, Mount Rushmore basketball referees, whether they're the worst, they're the best, or they're just your favorite.
Memorable. Yeah.
Memorable, however, just referees.
You could throw Tim Donaghy on there.
Absolutely. You could go with
Joey Crawford.
Crawford. That's the one I was thinking about.
Mhm.
Old Joey probably giving out more technicals
it
than
was-
anybody else too.
I think was it Dick Bavetta. I think real old, like refereed real old. There's a clip. He and Charles Barkley kissed on the lips one time. Remember
Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yes.
um,
Charles Barkley.
yeah,
Can I tell you?
funny.
I know that you're not a fan of Charles Barkley.
no, I am. I do like Charles Barkley.
You don't like him analyzing games. Outside of that, Charles Barkley is the guy's just that's a good dude right there, man.
He's
He gives
fun.
a lot of money to a lot of different things. Like he does a lot
Yeah.
of stuff for different organizations, and
He
he does a
is
lot and
very
behind the scenes,
supportive.
and he doesn't like it's not out there,
Right, because he's not on social media.
and he doesn't talk
So he-
about it or anything like that.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
a good dude.
I like that. Yeah.
Chuck's a good dude.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it, man. Let's till next week. We've got because I could keep doing this for a while. This is starting to get late on us because we got a little off track. So until next week, we've got help me out. What's his name?
Nick Mullen.
Nick Mullen. And we have Mount Rushmore referees, and we'll have plenty more. Christmas will be over. And into New Year's, because maybe we get some New Year's resolutions next week.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. And we'll see you next week. Don't forget to turn your headlights on.